To the agencies to tackle environmental challenges. Oka Capital Territory Development Authority demolishes a legal structure at Isuaniocha, Oka North Council area. Federal government targets 180 billion naira revenue from project concessions. China lodges complaint over remarks credited to South Korean president on Taiwan. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. I'm Priska Wankwo. Welcome to the news at 7. Anambra State government is to enact laws that will compel every household in the state to be actively involved in environmental protection to achieve a clean, green, and sustainable Anambra State. Governor Chukwuma Soludo disclosed this during a town hall meeting on environmental sustainability held at Professor Dora Akuyili Women Development Center, Oka, to commemorate 2023 World Earth Day celebration. Correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim was there and now reports.
Governor Soludo, represented by the State Deputy Governor, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, noted that preservation of the environment is everybody's responsibility and urged the people to take sanitation as their own responsibility. Governor Soludo told the gathering that his administration places priority on environmental sanitation and has desilted drainages in Okonko and other places, as well as cleared waste littered in the streets to keep Anambra State clean. The governor observed that most environmental degradation is caused by people who litter the environment with refuse, waiting for the government to evacuate them. He revealed that his administration is collaborating with national and international agencies to checkmate environmental problems.
There's what we call the greenhouse effect, floods and other things. These are great areas we should think through. So that after this town hall meeting, we make a very great document that all of us together will have a clean, green, and sustainable Anambra that is desirable to all of us. I think this is the key, and that is what us as a government.
In his remarks, the Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Felix Odimegu, explained that the occasion was designed to uncover factors responsible for erosion menace in the state and ways to tackle them to guarantee a clean, green, and sustainable environment.
Having realized the fact that our soil is easily eroded, we must all come together and then look into this problem ourselves.
Speaking on erosion, flood menace in Anambra, causes, prevention, and remediation, a call for community participation, Professor Leo Mohalo identified bad land use management, poor planning of urbanization, bush burning, deforestation, among others, as factors responsible for erosion menace in Anambra State. He called on the people to change their behavior towards the environment by desisting from acts causing erosion, while government should create a center of research for erosion and flood-related issues to arrest the ugly trend. In his paper presentation titled Deforestation and Its Consequences on the Ecosystem, the Need for Tree Planting, Conservation and Facelifting, another speaker, Professor Peter Nnabude, regretted that deforestation has caused so many erosion challenges in Anambra State, which he said has reduced the productivity of his land. On his part, Mr. Chinonso Abo, who spoke on taking ownership, community participation approach, explained that Anambra State government can achieve its policies for environment by enacting laws that will drive its environmental policies, such as laws for eco-friendly infrastructure, tax for use of generating sets. The occasion also featured a panel discussion on the theme of the ceremony, which is Clean, Green and Sustainable Anambra State, where the Managing Director of Lagos State Waste Management Authority, Mr. Ibrahim Odumboni, who lauded the efforts of Anambra State government towards achieving a clean, green and sustainable environment in Anambra State, revealed that the state government is in partnership with the Lagos State Waste Management Authority to achieve their environmental policies. In Oka, Chukwemeka Modelem, ABS News.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called on authors and publishers to ensure the production of quality books for use in Anambra State school system. Governor Soludo made the call at the 2023 World Book Day, celebrated at the Professor Festus Ahabo Okonko Library, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, which provided a forum for the governor to interact with stakeholders in the book industry. Details of this report from here.
Represented by the Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumude, who spoke through Dr. Beren Ude, Governor Soludo decries the rate at which pirated, badly published and printed books flood the market from authors and publishers who had earlier submitted good books for review. He regretted that the end users of the books sometimes complained that some of the books have pornographic, violence, and other unwanted contents inimical to the moral upbringing of the envisioned digital tribe that will be useful at home and exportable abroad. The governor therefore instructed that on no account should any substandard books be found in Anambra State schools. The Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumude, in her speech, recalled that on assumption of office, she held meeting with the publishers and authors where she informed them of government policy of yearly book review, which according to her was adopted to give room for the removal of pirated and badly written books after 1 year, as against the former practice of allowing the system to be saddled with such bad books for a whole 6 years. Commissioner Chumude admonished all stakeholders to cultivate the habit of reading in order to build the confidence needed to pass examinations without malpractice, and commended the University Library for organizing activities to mark the 2023 World Book Day, stating that war against examination malpractice by Anambra State Ministry of Education is up and running. Also speaking, the Vice Chancellor of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Professor Charles Esimone, represented by Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, Professor Frederick Odibo, charged stakeholders to go back to the old habits of reading in order to reap the dividends, while regretting the negative effects of mobile phone on reading culture. Other speakers at the event, including the university librarian, Dr. Ngozi Anase, and former director of Anambra State Library Service, Dr. Nkechi Udeze, stressed the importance of books while corroborating Commissioner Chumude's assertion that reading builds the desired confidence needed to pass examinations. The 2023 World Book Day in Anambra State featured poetry renditions, cutting of the anniversary cake, and presentation of prizes to the winners of the essay competition organized by the library.
Officials of Awka Capital Territory Development Authority have demolished a two-story building constructed illegally on the property belonging to Awka Catholic Diocese at Isuani Ocha in Awka North government area. Chibuzo Okoye has the details.
Speaking during the exercise, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Awka Capital Territory Development Authority, Mr. Okonko, said that the demolition is a serious warning to land speculators who fraudulently sell and occupy people's land without any approval nor documentation. Mr. Onuko maintained that the agency has intensified supervision across the corners of the Capital Territory, warning that they will pull down any structure built without approval. He regretted that the developer had been warned to stop work on several occasions by outdoor officials, but to no avail, and made it clear that outlaws have no place under the current administration in the state. He maintained that Awka Capital Territory Development Authority is determined to end impunity in the system and instill discipline and rule of law, and advised developers to always visit the headquarters of the agency in Awka for approval and proper documentation before commencement of work.
It was done fraudulently built on the church land. So, and this is a clear warning to land grabbers. Those who invade other people's land with no paper, no documentation, no proper documentation, forcefully sell those lands and occupy them. And to the extent of building structures on them, this is a clear warning to them that the solution government does not have room for that. Such impunity is what we are here to wipe out. We had no other option but to use this as a deterrent to other land grabbers and speculators. To note that no matter how high the building is, once we substantiate that the activities going on there is illegal, we will come to put those things down.
From Isuaniocha in Oka North local government area, this is Chibuzo Koye for ABS News.
The Dr. Ikechukwu Students Career Development Initiative, the SCADI, in collaboration with the Department of Computer Science, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, have held the third edition of Life After School Career Development Seminar Series. The seminar, which took place at the ASU Secretariat, UNIZIC, Oka, had in attendance undergraduates, graduates, the academia and resource person from within and outside Nigeria. Queen Anibogo filled in this report taken from her.
In his address, the convener, Dr. Ikechukwu, explained that the initiative was to arm fresh graduates with a pre-knowledge that will help them prepare on how to embrace the next stage of their life after school and be able to achieve a successful career. He added that the Life After School Seminar Series is also aimed at sensitizing and exposing final year students on how to begin startups or kickstart the entrepreneurial potentials in them and thus prepare them on how to face and conquer the challenges in the competitive labor market. Dr. Mehu emphasized the need to wipe out menace of unemployable graduates and the education is a scam mentality coined by some lazy and unserious students looking for dubious means to make quick money, called for moral and financial support of good-spirited individuals to achieve the initiative.
The initiative is aimed at arming our fresh graduates with pre-knowledge that will prepare fresh graduates on how to embrace the next stage of their life after school.
Speaking virtually, a resource person, Dr. Bwenga Shadere from Sheffield University, UK, speaking on digital skills, mentioned some skills for the participants to develop if they desire to do well in the digital world, including communication skills, determination, ability to control their emotions, critical thinking, and social intelligence. Also speaking, another resource person, Mr. Chukwuemeka Abata, who is also the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Anambra State ICT Agency, while noting that technology is available for everyone, told the participants that he was one of the people who chose to use technology for profitability. He also mentioned the role passion and determination played in helping him to achieve his life goals, adding that he sees opportunities where others see challenges and urged them to make judicious use of their youthful age and the technology age, which according to him have massive financial benefits.
Because technology is so freely given, it's so available to everyone. I chose to be amongst those who would use it for profitability. So when you all are seeing Facebook and TikTok and all this stuff, what I'm saying is, what solution can I provide that will make me make money?
In their separate remarks, the chairman of the day, Professor Dennis Aribodo, and the chief executive officer of the First Global Utilities, Kano State, Saben Ogwefi, encouraged the participants to implement what they learned during the seminar and strive to be the best in whatever they chose to do in life, adding that with God on their side, they would achieve their goals. Some of the participants, including Williams Oba, Franca Ilo, and Vivian Onya, asked questions on gray areas of the presentations and received clarifications. The theme of the seminar was, After School Life, What Next?
Okonko Cooperative Society, in collaboration with Onitsha Amalgamated Market Traders Union, has unveiled a raffle draw for the first phase of its housing scheme project. The official draw held at White House Main Market, Onitsha, was to select off-takers for the hosting facility. Odinaka Molisa reports.
Okonko Housing Scheme, an initiative of the Cooperative Society and Federal Mortgage Bank, is aimed at encouraging the informal sector to contribute to the National Housing Fund. Addressing the participants at the inaugural exercise, the caretaker chairman of Onitsha Main Market, Chief Innocent Ezoha, said the actualization of the project is prospect of the last leadership of the market in assisting to develop a model that will be affordable to the public. Chief Ezoha, who regretted the challenges and setbacks over the years, called for strong partnership between the state and the scheme.
Union, how I said that you need a high 20 plus, then 80, you are blocking with us here, or the first Nga undi ebi na the first phase. After the event is gone, Fuma, Abaiba second phase. Marayani na Aiba, Fat Medela in the Fuma. I thought it was there for the market.
A representative of the Federal Mortgage Bank, Mr. Chigozie Okonko, observed that Anambra State has remained one of the beneficiaries of the scheme, with the construction of housing units at Umkwele Zunaka expressing readiness in replicating same among other cooperative societies. In a remark, the Zonal Manager, National Housing Fund, Mr. Chris Ibuzo, harped on the need to exploit and subscribe to the scheme to address the housing challenges in the society. Earlier, a representative of Anambra State Housing Development Corporation and Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Housing, Mr. Ani Onwumel, who disclosed that the state is keen on the scheme, expressed commitment of the present administration towards a sustainable and affordable housing. Contributing, a facilitator and director of the initiative, Barrister Choka Modebe, explained that the project, which commenced in 2014, will add value in advancing opportunities and promoting the growth of the informal sector.
Which Okonko Cooperative Society is actually the society of main market, the members of main market. And you know, main market is the largest market in West Africa. The state government comes in when it, as you heard the representative of the housing ministry, they are going to facilitate each off-taker COO and other necessary documentation. They're going to fast-track it.
Some of the winners, Chief Chijioke Ezobi and Mr. Dan Nwafo, encouraged the public to embrace the initiative.
The Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission has said that the approval of the Concession Innovates 2 project by the Federal Executive Council would attract 180 billion naira revenue to Nigeria. A statement issued in Abuja by Ifan Yewoko, acting head, Media and Publicity, ICRC, said the projects included the cassava, biomass and bioethanol value chain and national fire detection and alarm system. Moko said the concessioning was to create wealth, reduce poverty, improve food security and nutrition, provide jobs and renewable energy, and reduce carbon footprint. In addition, he said the project to supply organic fertilizer, boosters, conditioners, pre- and post-emergence herbicides, pesticide, insecticide, fungicide, and knapsack sprayers. Moko said the key goal of the cassava bioethanol pilot project was to demonstrate the efficacy of a private sector-led approach in promoting investments in renewable biomass and creating wealth, adding that the project was proposed to be financed with a grant from the federal government and concessionaire investment totaling 11.9 billion naira. The ICRC spokesman said the revenue presented by the project includes sales of cassava stem, cassava flour, gari, starch, and bioethanol. Chinese Vice Foreign Minister Song Wendong has lodged a complaint with South Korea's ambassador to Beijing over erroneous remarks about the South Korean president about Taiwan, China's foreign ministry said. South Korean President Yoon Soo-yeol remarks were totally unacceptable, Sun told the ambassador, and he also expressed strong dissatisfaction according to a Chinese military or foreign affairs statement. The diplomatic dispute between Beijing and Seoul stems from a recent interview with journalists, during which Yoon said increased tension around Taiwan was due to attempts to change the status quo by force, and that he opposed attempts to do so. The South Korean leader also said the dispute between China and Taiwan was now a global issue. China strongly rejected any comparison between the issue of Taiwan and North Korea, officials said. Nigeria contingents of the 2023 African Under-18 and Under-20 Athletics Championship will depart for Ndola, Zambia on April 26. President of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, AFN, Tony Okowa, told newsmen that a contingent made up of 45 athletes and 5 officials would fly the nation's flag in Battle of Ndola. In 2019, about 103 Nigerian athletes spent 3 days by road to Cote d'Ivoire, despite the federal government's alleged release of 13 million naira to the former board for the AFN for the trip. It was learned that 8 athletes might be dropped from the list of athletes in camp due to the delay in getting their international passports. It was gathered that a total of 21 male athletes have been selected to fly Nigeria's flag in the under-20 category, while 19 females are featured in the under-18 category. The technical director of AFN, Unikeku, said that the country could win more medals in field events than its previous outing when the championship runs from April 28 to May 5. The burial of late Mrs. Ngozika Eje Namiro Okonko of Umuizana Umudim Newi offered another opportunity for Christians to re-examine their relationship with God, as the deceased, who died at the age of 78, was generally described as a godly woman. Staff reporter Ogachukwu Orano has the details.
In a message of life to the living, Pastor Dozie Ekekwe of Watchman Catholic Charismatic Renewal Movement, Newi, said God created man in his image and likeness, but man disregarded the beauty in which he was created and gone astray, urged people to confess their sins to receive God's forgiveness. Pastor Ekekwe, who stressed that eternal life begins on the earth, said they are burying their sister, Mrs. Ngozeka, with the hope that she will resurrect. Speaking to the ABS, the husband of the deceased, Chief Emma Okonko, a member of Knights of St. John International, said his wife was a mobilizer and was never found wanting in any activity she was involved in. Said he was consoled that God gave them good children and they live in love and harmony. For the children, including the first son, Engineer Oscar Okonko, first daughter, Mrs. Nchedo Iwanugo, Chukwemeka Okonko, and Nkem Ofozoba, their mother was a staunch Christian, very compassionate, forgiving, strong-willed, and prayerful, promising to carry on with her legacies.
Very compassionate and loving, caring mother. I'm not sure I can equate her to any person.
The sons and daughters-in-law, including Sir Elias Ibanugo, Mr. Chukwemeka Ofozoba, Dr. Nonso Asozo, Engineer Theodora Okonko, and Dr. Choma Okonko, all testified to the good life led by their mother-in-law, expressing belief that she is already with God.
She is the best mother-in-law one can ever dream of, because I could remember in the days whenever I come here, come visiting, the type of dishes, just special delicacy for me.
Some dignitaries, Obi George Onyekaba, Reverend Father Francis Iwanugo, and Engineer Chinedu Okoye condoled with the family of the deceased. Let Mrs. Ngozeka Okonko Udebunam was later committed to Mother Earth in her husband's compound, according to burial rules of Watchman Catholic Charismatic Renewal Movement. Dance by Umuopo Umudim Newi and condolences featured during the burial. Ogachukwu Orano for ABS News.
Remember, you can follow ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Orca. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. You can also follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a recap of the main points. Anambra State government is collaborating with agencies to tackle environmental challenges. Awka Capital Territory Development Authority has demolished illegal structure at Isuaniocha, Awka North. China. Federal government is targeting 180 billion naira revenue from project concessions. China has lodged complaints over remarks credited to South Korean president on Taiwan. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of Koibo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the news at 7 right here on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Honko. Good morning.